All right. So I'm with 5 Star Waste, Division of Tennessee Trash Service. I know you guys, that the contract addendum has already been signed with Republic Waste to extend the landfill to 2037. You guys have probably beat this to death and don't want to talk about it again. But unfortunately, we were not aware there was a problem through the contract extension. I wasn't involved in that, obviously, between Republic and the county. But we have a long-term contract that we signed in 2008 with Stantec Waste Services that provides us pricing, and that pricing was good as long as Stantec had a contract with Loudon Landfill, and that pricing goes through December 11th of 2026. After Republic Services took over, we, at Stantec's urging, we went ahead and gave a copy of it to Republic Waste. So Republic Waste has had a copy of it. They have given us our pricing since they took over a year ago. And we didn't know there was a problem until 2 weeks ago when we received a new contractual agreement from them via email wanting us to sign a new 12-month agreement for asbestos removal. It's asbestos disposal of landfill. Our contract, a copy is attached of it, and it gives us pricing, and it's tiered pricing based off of volume that we bring into the landfill. When we sold Tennessee Trash Service, we did not sell our business. We only sold some of our assets and some of our routes. We never stopped bringing waste into the landfill, and we are still the same corporation, the same owner, the same federal ID number, and we use the same tax to pay taxes in Loudon County that we've always used. So when we received the new contract from them, we rejected it, so we can't sign a new contract because we already have one in place. They then forwarded that to another manager there and said that the new contract extension that was signed put in new pricing for the landfill with a $45 gate rate and a $27.25 floor, which means they can't charge anything lower than $27.25. Well, unfortunately, with our tiered pricing and Stantec had only done one increase on us over the years, with what our tiered pricing is, that our pricing is below what that number is. So now we have a problem because they said our contract would no longer be valid. So they're kind of going back and forth on that. They've sent it to their legal department. We've sent it to ours. We contend that it is legal. We have battled with Stantec for it since 2008, and it is a legal contract. The problem is that now there's a situation where a new contract has been signed that either something has to be done about the pricing on it or the contract's not valid, one or the other. Because you can't sign a new contract that supersedes a contract we already had in place. So I just wanted to make you all aware of it, of the situation that was happening. I gave a copy of the contract in here. I also gave a copy of the pricing, our last pricing that we had when we were when we were bringing in the large volume. That showed the volume increase. That's when we sold out those larger routes that we had. And after we sold those larger routes, our volume has gone down substantially, but our non-compete is up with Waste Management in 22 months. And in 22 months, our contention is we're going to be back on trucks, and we have bought facilities, and we have, based on this contract, we plan on picking up in Loudon County. We're not right now because we're not allowed to contractually, but in 22 months, our plan is to be back giving the residents of Loudon County service again and bringing it back into the landfill. So our volumes will increase again. And once they do, then we have a problem with the contract. The other problem with, and there's a lot of things in there to read, and I'll let you read those, but when a maximum and a minimum number are signed, I don't know the exact extent you all would of what the contract is, but that doesn't mean that's what the number is going to be, because you can go into any public facilities right now, and if you don't have a contract with them, the gate rate, you're gonna pay anywhere from $16 to $20 extra a ton in fuel and environmental fees, and those are not part of what the gate rate is. So it's a very good possibility that that $45 number may be $65 to any local hauler that's coming into the facility right now. So at the $27.25 floor, again, that could be $47.25 to any local hauler that's coming into the facility right now. If we run off the local haulers in the next 22 months, and there's 2 local haulers picking up in the county right now, If they go out of business and get run out of here, rates have already went up 50% for local individuals that are using garbage service in the county. The service has gone down and the rates have went up over 50% since we sold out. They're gonna go up at least in their 50% because of this rate increase, because a big portion of what you charge a residential customer is the landfill charge. So the problem is, if the rates go up and more customers can't afford garbage service, then more and more customers are gonna be bringing it to the transfer facilities, which means the amount of trash that the transfer facilities and the taxpayers have the burden of are gonna be paying even more money to dispose of it at the county level. And if our minimum rate is the minimum, what our rate is when we bring in volume is the lowest rate coming in, then Loudon County, City of Lenore City, and City of Loudon would be able to utilize those discounts. If $27.25 is the floor, plus whatever fees they're gonna add on, plus they may not even give that floor to anyone, who knows what the exact number is that the transfer station is gonna have to pay to dispose of that, of the tonnages that they have, which those tonnages, like I said, may increase over time. You know, as far as why it is important that we have a contract, first of all, it's a legal agreement, and our lawyer's there to argue the validity of it. There's an article from, that was in the newspaper, that I happened to follow when all of this first came out and Santec, Republic first sold to Santec. There was an article in the newspaper, and I've got a copy of it in there, where Kevin Stevens, the lawyer that represents Loudon County, had stated that any assignment would be if Santec said we're going to assign this contract to someone differently, but they didn't. They sold their assets and their stock to Republic, so essentially Santec became Republic. Republic became Santec. So therefore, our contract was with Santec, so now it's with Republic. And unfortunately, if they sign something different with the county, there's gonna be a legal battle between us and Republic, and I'm sure at some point between Republic and Loudon County. So it makes that extension and the terms of the pricing on it, basically, I would say illegal, but it causes it throws a real monkey wrench in it for all of us involved, legally. Why did it come forward before? It wasn't my business what they signed with, it was their due diligence to tell that we had a contract. Santec told it to them when they sold to them, and Republic's known it for the last year. They've given us the pricing and they followed the contract for the last year. So there'd be no reason whatsoever for me to know that they were gonna go into contract negotiations with the Solid Waste Board and not tell them about a contract that they already had with us, which that should have been part of the negotiations on the front side before they signed it. As far as as far as Tennessee Trash Service, the benefit of having our company in the county, obviously we're gonna be going under the umbrella of the DBA name of 5 Star Waste, but we're still the same company. When we sold out the assets and the routes that we had in this current area, we had over 100 employees and 99% of them were from Loudon County. They're Loudon County taxpayers and they live in this county. We're the only locally owned company that hauls waste that is actually housed in Loudon County. Has their facility in Loudon County. We buy all fuel in Loudon County. We shop at all auto parts stores in Loudon County. We shop all office supplies in Loudon County. Our utilities, our personal property tax, the property tax on our facilities, our business tax that we pay on all revenue, even for what revenue we're doing right now, the sales tax we pay on vehicles, and all vehicles are registered in Loudon County. And we offer a large number of charitable donations, and any recycling that we do, those numbers have always been given to Loudon County to go to the state level. And many of the projects where you all have received over the last 18 years have come from our recycling numbers. A lot of the grants that you all were able to get from recycling numbers with the state came from those recycling numbers that we supplied to Santec and to Loudon County that in turn went to the state to get those grants. So it's important. It's not just garbage, unfortunately. It's important that for the people and the tax base in Loudon County, that if we continue to be in business, we intend to continue to benefit the citizens of Loudon County.
Kim, I think you already know that ultimately where you will be going to Solid Waste Commission, right?
Right.
You're here, and
right.
We have no authority, but you know then to go to them next.
Right.
And for your legal conversation, the Solid Waste Commission did not sign the contract, it simply amended the existing contract.
Exactly, yes,
So
yes.
there's nothing new changed. Your contract with Sandtech/Republic shouldn't change. We just amended, the
Just
Solid
amended.
Waste Commission just amended the contract.
Right, and part of that amendment was this verbiage that they're telling me, like I said, I don't have privy to that contract, all I can do is go off of what Republic is telling us. But they're saying that, you know, they can't honor our contract because of the minimum pricing that the Solid Waste Board put in. And so at this point, we're kind of like, we're at an impasse. So yes, we know we will have to go there, but we wanted to make you guys aware first of what was going on. Because like I said, the validity of that amendment was based on that pricing.
Well, we hope you have better luck with them than we have.
Well, and Kim called to tell me about this last week, and I wanted her to come down so y'all could hear this story from her. I mean, Tennessee Trash and 5-star in 22 months are great assets to the county, so.
The amendment's been in place for a week now. First complaint. How many more of these things coming?
It just gets better.
Yep.
I'm sure your council support you, aren't they, Kim?
Yes.
As far as the fact that.
Yes,
nothing
We were
changed.
very
They
shocked.
bought the contracts and they bought the company.
that's right, yes. And they honored them, like I said, for the first 12 months. So I was shocked when they tried to send us new contracts. And then when we just sent over another copy of the contract and said, don't forget, we still have a current contract. And so, well, the problem is this floor number. And that's where, you know, I don't understand why that wasn't told to Solid Waste up front. I'm not sure that, I'm surprised that Solid Waste didn't know that. Because Sandtech always made our contract well known to the county. I mean, there's a copy of our last bill in here, like what our rate was. We were paying $21.12 a month. We spent $125,000 a month. And that was actually a light month that month. We were typically spending anywhere from $120,000 to $140,000 a month when we sold out with Sandtech. So we were definitely by far the largest client coming into Loudon landfill. So it would shock me. I've been to meetings, they've had me on recycling boards. I don't see any way, I mean, they've seen this contract before. I can't believe that anybody just forgot about it. That's why I was actually surprised. I mean, I really figured that, like I said, I figured the whole argument was about post-closure and that they were doing an amendment as far as the money going for post-closure. I never dreamed it was gonna be a pricing application at the landfill. Because the contract was well known that it was in place and nothing has changed.
They went after every dollar they could find, not just post-closure
Right.
and shared. And like I said, you're one of the benefits of our Solid Waste Board's decision right now. I expect to have more as time goes by.
Greatest deal ever done.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, we would definitely,
Your contracts with the Republic, though, I don't think there was any language in the amendment that I remember seeing that would disavow your contract with them.
okay,
So your lawyer should look at that.
right, because we don't actually have a copy of that.
That's right there for you.
That's not the whole thing.
No, that's typically.
All right.
Kim, I'll get you the amendment to the contract. Text me your email.
What is it? Yeah, I couldn't find it, but thank you very much, I appreciate it.
Thank you,
Thank
Kim.
you.
Thank you.
David Hack.
Oh,
Okay.
close enough.
I'm here really to ask Mr. Bradshaw if you've done anything about Cattleman's Drive, since you won't answer my emails or anything like that. My dad and I talked to you back in January, was it? February maybe?
January, February.
Mm-hmm.
I've spoken to Mr. Bowman about it. I can follow up. I've not received the email. Now, it may be blocked. Our security may be tight, but I've not seen the email.
Well, where'd you find out?
Well, like I said, I don't remember the conversation with the county attorney. I can call my office tomorrow. I'll be glad to get a hold of him in the morning. If you want to call him tomorrow, I'll be glad to hear what we found out.
Well, I heard that he wasn't gonna touch it.
Well,
I heard he wasn't gonna touch it.
It's touchy.
Well, I heard he wasn't going to touch it.
Well, I said, he's already said it's a touchy situation.
Yes, it is, but it needs to be resolved because it's wrong.
I will, if you'll call my office tomorrow, I'll be glad, I'll call him in the morning. If you give me
How
a
about
call
I just
tomorrow.
give you a call? Can I do that instead of drive all the way down here?
Yeah, that's what I said, call me at the office tomorrow.
All right.
I'll get hold of him in the morning, and I'll get you a
I mean,
definite
it's
answer one way
been
or the
going on
other.
about 3.5 years now.
Good, bad, or ugly, I'll have you an answer tomorrow.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Sure.
I guess that's it. for now.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Okay, that concludes the public comments. Jim Jenkins. I make a motion that we not ask him to read what he just read a few minutes ago.
How about a suggestion instead of a motion?
A suggestion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
First one's yours, what you gonna do with it?
Yeah, let's approve that.
Is that in form of a motion?
Yeah.
I'll second.
I'm still addled with this solid waste thing, you just can't take
We're
it.
gonna be at it for the next 4 years with it.
I make a motion, we approve
I'll
that.
second the coach's motion on his rezoning third district.
Okay, we got a motion to approve to rezone in the third district by Commissioner Satterfield, seconded by Commissioner Shaver. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. B,
That's you, Mr. Satterfield.
B.
Yeah, that's the PUD stuff.
Oh, that's our update from the, I make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
okay, we got a motion to approve item B in third district, seconded by Commissioner Shaver or Walter? Shaver.
Me,
Okay, any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. The last one's in District 1.
Yay.
If there's any questions about it, these folks that signed the sign-in sheet can answer any questions about it.
they can't even sign a sign-in sheet, bud. Come on, man.
They answered, they were very forthcoming, answered all the questions of the planning commission. I've not heard any rumblings.
I'm gonna make a motion to approve it.
What was the planning, I don't mean to interrupt, I was just curious what the planning commission's vote.
9.
It was unanimous, the one was there.
Okay.
So I'll make a motion to approve it, just so we can have a conversation.
Okay, we got a motion to approve item C in the first district. Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, we got a second by Commissioner Walter.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, I do have just one question. I was at the planning commission meeting when some of you explaining to the people who he's gonna shoot and all that sort of stuff. My question is, are you using our road to access your property? And when I say our road, it's the one that goes back to the old abandoned landfill.
No, sir, this is gonna be coming right off of, that's an easement right through there, and our property starts just right next to it, right across the street from 84, 86. So
Okay.
we have an approval on our own driveway right there.
Okay.
So we're gonna pump it in, hide it behind some trees, put up some cool looking, barriers so it doesn't bother the neighbors.
Without getting into the details of it, we had to build that and we have to maintain it for like 10 years. And so my concern was if we're gonna have a lot of traffic on it, then we'll have to have some help maintaining it. But if that's not the case, then it doesn't even matter. So that answers my question.
All right, thank you.
One quick question I
Go
have,
ahead.
this is gonna be airsoft, correct? Not, no shotguns, no rifles, no pistols, no shooting ranges, no,
Not unless something really goes awry.
and that's the only thing I've been asked about, you know, we're not gonna turn this into a gun range.
And I've had that one a few times, but all those were answered at night of the planning commission.
Okay. Okay.
Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jim.
Hey, Jim, Adam's got the other thing added on about the cell tower. You don't have to stay here with it or for it like that, but just to know it'll be coming to you for Tuesday night.
We'll address it.
You got it, brother.
Thank you.
Okay. Mayor Bradshaw.
You guys don't need to.
You all can follow him now. Don't even have to sign.
Just turn the hour down on your way out.
That'll be fine.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Under my name is the warranty deed. We talked about this workshop. To bring back fire, as they negotiated with Brown Hall TRDA. This would create, they would transfer the property to us. The quit claim deed, or the deed itself is very laid out of what it can be used for, exclusively for fire, a fire hall. If something should happen and anything but that, it would revert back to us and we could of course give it back to TRDA.
It'd be a lease kind of
A
agreement.
99-year lease, yeah, $1 a year, 99-year lease deal.
I'll make a go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay, we got a motion by Commissioner Tinker. Do we have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Satterfield. Any further discussion? Okay, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, be under my name, those 4 committees I can go and get taken care of. Everybody should have received an email copy of the future committees for the 22-23.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, on the boards and committees.
Y'all just got stuck on a whole lot of stuff, let me tell you right now.
Okay, we
I made
have
a
a motion by Commissioner Waller, seconded by Commissioner Shaver.
I made the motion. Let's
Okay,
verify.
sorry, I got it back.
Okay.
Okay, any further discussion?
The 4,
Those 4.
you're not
Those
doing
4.
911 tonight, you're just doing,
Nope.
okay.
We can do it right now if you like.
Let's just do them all at
Got a
once.
motion
We'll
already.
do a regular workshop.
You may-
I still got a couple I need a volunteer for, and I've actually got one more. I've got 2 people seated in the same seats.
Okay,
I'd rather discuss it at workshop.
It's your last one, enjoy yourself.
we got a motion made by Commissioner Shaver, seconded by Commissioner Waller. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay,
And just, I would like for the minutes to reflect that we recognize and thank our outgoing commissioners, Commissioners Brewster, Commissioner Mears, Commissioner Hurley, Commissioner Tinker, on the service they've given this county over everywhere from, serving on this, and I'd like for minutes to reflect all that we did recognize them, and Loudon County does thank them for their service.
Thank you.
okay.
All I have, Mr. Chairman, thank you.
Okay, Commissioner Waller.
Number Clint.
Poplar Springs, I know we discussed it at the workshop, the comptroller, has all the information, they're looking into it, and I spoke to our CTAS representative today, and based on her opinion, it should have gone through purchasing, so, we'll see what comes of it.
Kaylee's said that, and granted, CTAS is advisory, comptroller is still under the impression that it would, since they're an independent audit, that it would, if it is a finding, it would come up on the solid waste finding when they're audited. We'll see what they say.
I guess my problem is, if we're allowed to operate this way, let's just set up all kinds of little quasi things, whenever we follow any purchasing laws, that's my issue with it. So,
The 3 entities, back when this started, gave me the full authority to sign off, and so,
so you can circumvent 57
no,
purchasing.
I cannot, but I
You
can
can
sign
sign
off
off.
on what it's paid for.
But it's still gotta go through processes.
So,
So do they have to get bids and go through purchasing or not?
Quotes.
our
Quotes.
CTAS representative said yes, and the comptroller's looking into it now.
I think they teach this stuff at those CTAS classes that we go to.
Gosh, Buddy should've went to one then.
I'm saying, they teach them.
I can't help it.
The,
I'm having a heart attack.
cell tower setbacks was, Jim and I were talking about cell towers, and he said it's a very convoluted system right now, and the simplest way was to address the fall zones for 1 foot to 1 foot, and he's gonna address it at planning next Tuesday, then come back to us at workshop to discuss.
So no action needed?
We just need to send that to planning for the recommendation, that's form of motion,
I'll
yes.
second your motion.
Okay, we got a motion from Commissioner Waller to send the cell tower setback to planning and zoning, seconded by Commissioner Shaver. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, Jim's got another piece to work on.
Like he's not got enough to do.
Yeah, okay. Tracy Blair?
Thank you, sir. The first item on the agenda, consideration of recommendation to approve application acceptance of different grants, along with the 4 that are listed on the agenda. The used oil grant was added to this agenda.
Motion to accept or approve.
All 5.
Yes.
Okay, you're gonna do all 5 at once?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we got a motion to accept all 5 grant requests. Do we have a second?
Second.
We got a second by Commissioner Satterfield. Any further discussion?
Are there 5 or 4?
We added the waste
We added
oil.
oil grant.
Okay, sorry.
And that requires no matching funds, correct?
That's right.
You're correct.
Okay,
Sorry about that.
no problem. Got it?
Yep.
No further discussion? Tammy, call the roll.
Hurley. Aye. Tinker.
Aye.
Satterfield.
Aye.
Whitfield.
Aye.
Cullen.
Aye.
Duff.
Aye.
Shaver.
Aye.
Waller.
Aye.
The next item on the agenda is consideration of approving resolution for amendments in the county general fund.
Make a motion to approve the county general fund amendment.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion by Commissioner Shaver, seconded by Commissioner Whitfield to approve the general fund amendments.
You wanna sign up again?
You left it up.
Can I?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, any further discussion on the amendments in General Fund 101? Tammy, call the roll.
Tinker.
Aye.
Satterfield.
Aye.
Whitfield.
Aye.
Cullen.
Aye.
Duff.
Aye.
Shaver.
Aye.
Waller.
Aye.
Hurley.
Aye.
Okay, that carries.
And minutes of the May 16th and the June 20th Budget Committee meetings were distributed prior to this meeting. And our department is preparing to close fiscal year 2022, so a year-end report will be given to you after that at a future meeting. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Blair. Last but not least, bonds and notaries, Adam Waller.
I make a motion that we approve all the listed bonds and notaries.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion by Commissioner Waller, seconded by Commissioner Shaver. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Make a motion to adjourn, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, there you go. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right.